And a lot of people are like, well, you got a perfect head, Rich. I can't shave my head because I'd never looked that good. The truth of the matter is, everybody's got a round head.
Got a crazy video for you today. She's not yours, it's just your turn. A woman should be a complement to your life, not the focus. Do the work. Women do not care about your struggles. They hang out at the finish line and they pick the winners.
What is up, my brothers from another mother? Recording this for IGTV and for the YouTube channel. I've been asked a few times to do a video on the best way to shave your head, so I figure it's about time to give you guys that tip. I've tested everything on the market, so I'm going to walk you through, first of all, what the options are. Normally, when you start losing the hair on your coconut, you have a couple of options. You usually start buzzoning it down, kind of like a Jason Statham sort of look, where you just take a trimmer down to like 0 and just clip down to your scalp. They've got different buzzers, a number of them I've had over the years. These ones, if I'm being honest, they work if you've got a load of hair still on your head. The look can be nice and clean, but at the end of the day, they're not particularly even. And they don't, you have to take a lot of passes is what I find is a pain in the ass, because for me, time's important. So I want to make sure they get the best ROI for my time. So there's devices like this, either corded like this one normally is, it's got a battery in it as well, or rechargeable. This one you can use in the shower. But as you notice over time, these things never really last that long because you drop them. This one I've broken, the shaver head. This one's more of a body trimmer now, which still works, but you drop it when you're in the shower and it's gonna break, and it looks something like that when you're done. So these things only last for so long. So there's the clipper route. The other route that I was introduced to is one of these things, which is basically, it's a two-piece device. It's the trimmer piece and the battery pack. You lock them in place, you charge it up, you can take it as you go, and you're supposed to work like this, just like you normally would, with shaving, but they're not very good, if I'm being honest. It's quite cheaply made. It does pivot. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but it does pivot. But the blades, they're only good for about a week or so, and they don't get very close. Like this one's a relatively new one. I stopped using this a while ago, but it's a relatively new set, and it doesn't grab that much. And if you don't grab it, you're gonna have that terrible looking kind of horseshoe look, which is not very good. This one you're supposed to be able to use wet or dry in the shower or not, but it really doesn't matter how you use it. You're at your head for a while trying to get it to look clean. Again, they're good for the first week, but after that the blades are kind of garbage, so there was that option as well. You've of course got your Bic razors, which, if I'm being honest, are really only good for trimming the top part of my beard and the mustache and under my neckline over here. That's all that I use these for. They're just disposable. They're usually good for a few weeks to a month. And that brings me to the best way. All right, this is the winner. This is the clear winner for me. This is what I've been using for the last couple of years. A lot of you guys have said to me, what do you use to shave your head? What's the best way to shave your head? And I'll talk about this in just 1 second. Before you get to a point where you're going to shave your head, one of the things you have to do is make sure you have a nice clean scalp. Now, when I'm talking about nice clean scalp, I'm not talking about from the perspective that it's shaved clean, but more from the perspective you don't have any imperfections on it that you can nick and cut. Because when you start moving to things like razors, most guys start with these. When you start moving to razors for your head, if you don't have a clean scalp, you're going to run into problems. I used to have a big mole on the back of my head. I paid like $300 to have a plastic surgeon to remove it. Don't go to a general practitioner, some goofball place. Go to a plastic surgeon, one of the places that does boob jobs and stuff like that. They'll do a really good job for you. So $300, you can't even see, there's a tiny little line of a scar, but aside from that, it's gone. Top of my head is smooth. It doesn't take much. It's like you're in and out within about an hour. So anyway, so I got that done, and then I just moved to shaving my head. That was from trimmers basically to crap razors to this is the best solution. This is done by headshaveclub.com. This is the sponsor for today's video. They've got a subscription service. You basically go online. There's a link below. I'll explain how it all works towards the end. But you subscribe to it. They send you the package every single month. I've got the Head Shave Club gel, which I would normally use in the shower. For me, this is a shower thing, for obvious reasons. I can't do it that way because it's YouTube. So I'm going to do this out here for the first time ever. So bear with me. I'm probably going to speed some of this up as I go. I've got a microphone, so I don't want to ruin it. Let's get some hot water and we'll get started. going to put this on just to keep the electrical equipment from getting zapped. So normally you need a wet head if you're going to shave, yeah? So I'm going to use just a little hand towel. I'm going to get some hot water out of the faucet here. Basic stuff, guys. You know, if you ever go to a barber and you get them to shave your head, I'll be honest with you, my barber uses a really interesting tool, which is it's kind of a steamer. And if I get him to shave my head, he'll often steam the top of my head with hot water. And all that does is it just gets the hairs to stand up and on end, and it gets you the nicest, cleanest look. If you want the nice, clean look, kind of like The Rock would get, or you know, Vin Diesel, you need to shave your head with a razor. Otherwise, you're going to end up with that shadow on your head and you know that horseshoe, and you look like a bit of a goofball. So this is the way that I'd recommend you obviously do, is you just, you know, soak your head down, get some heat into it. And then once you've got the hairs up on end, you should be ready to apply the gel. I've used shaving creams before, you know, stuff like this and gels. And while they do work, I find this is better for like body hair if you want to do manscaping stuff. But as far as the head goes, I like the gel better for a whole bunch of reasons. It's just a lot slicker, and it just lets the blade slide a lot better over your head. So I got that nice and wet. I can get rid of that now. And let's get the gel. So this is the stuff that I use. It comes in the package when you subscribe. Looks like that. It's a very inexpensive package. I think they start anywhere from about, I don't know, 14 bucks a month up to 25, depending on whether or not you get the beard oil if you're a bearded guy, if you get the 2 razors, or if you get the single razor and the head gel. I've got the single razor and the head gel package here. All of this can be had for under 25 bucks. In fact, I think it's 20 bucks. So it smells really good too. I've never really smelled it out of the shower just because you're too busy in the shower, right? Getting all cleaned up. So the interesting thing about this razor here, take away those safety cartridges. I'll show it over here on the Instagram post. It's 2 razors, right? You hold it on your fingers like that. And you're basically using it like a rocking motion. So you're sliding up one way and then back the other way. The original product was called a halftime razor. I've been using these for a couple of years. And as you can see, it's very fast. Very efficient. Just gonna get off the stubbles that come off, and it doesn't take that long. It's actually a lot quicker in the shower when I do it in there. I've never done this out of the shower, so bear with me. But you can hear it's getting everything, and very, very quickly, you're pretty much done. I usually go over my head at least 2 to 3 times, usually 2. I'm quite lazy, so I'll go and do this before I got to go on air, or if I'm going to record a video, so at least I have a clean look on my head. I also have to trim around the beard and all that stuff. Maybe I'll make another video if you guys want to know about beard care stuff that I use. But specifically to shaving the head, this is the easiest way to do it. This would be the way that, you know, if you want to get the closest look to the Bruce Willis look, the Vin Diesel look, you know, the Rock look, this is the way to do it. You know, you never have a shadow after you're done on the side of your head. You look nice and clean. It's a very good safety razor. I've nicked my head maybe like once or twice if I'm not careful, or if I let the growth get too long. I'm going to say this is about 3 or 4 days worth of growth. But as you can see, it's nice and clean. What do you guys think there, yeah? And then all you do is you run your hand over it, make sure it's nice and clean. You miss a few areas from here and there. So I'm just going to put a little more gel on and run over it one more time so I can get the super clean look. I got to go on to do a Rule 0 live with a gang in about an hour. So this is kind of the, you know, am I getting ready to get on set sort of thing, if you can call it that, for YouTube. So there you have it, guys. That's the tools and techniques of the trade if you want a nice clean shaved head. The other thing is too, if you're going to shave your head, guys, lift weights. Otherwise, you're going to look like a skinny dude, or if you're out of shape, you know, maybe obese. I don't know, but definitely take care of your body. I mean, not only does it pay dividends for the optics and all that stuff, but most guys do this because they want to look like their favorite movie star. I know when I was a kid, you know, watching Bruce Willis around Christmas time, you know, that special Christmas movie, you'd always think to yourself, yeah, you know, my head would look good like that. And a lot of people are like, you know, well, you got a perfect head, Rich. You know, I can't shave my head because I'd never looked that good. The truth of the matter is, everybody's got a round head. Some of them have different shapes. I got a little bit of a lump on the back over here. I think everybody's got somewhat of an imperfection to their head. So don't look at me on a screen and go, oh, you got a perfect head. I can't do that. I can never pull it off. Just try it. You know, what I'd say is try it first with a set of clippers to see how it looks and see how it feels. And if you like the look, go all the way. And then I usually just take it once like this behind the ear. And same thing on the other side. We're done. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. So headshaveclub.com, guys. There's a link below in the description that you can click. Subscribe to this guy's product. I love it. I've been using it for the last couple years. He's a great dude. Walt's got a really funny sense of personality. He does not support anything that you see with the other shaving products that make fun of men and masculinity. So if you've enjoyed the content on my channel and you've got something out of it, support somebody that's running a business that supports content creators like me. This is a great product, super easy to use, comes to your house every month if you subscribe, not expensive, and it's highly effective. Covered everything for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.